Well, while I tried to upload cave therapy, the author would take a different approach with this mod. Actually, like, retraced his steps and made the same game only now with Lyra and later with Berry Punch. So at first I thought, well, whatever, it's still the same game, with the same pony, so why should I attempt to play it 3 times in a row? But then I thought it would be a perfect opportunity to show off like stuff that I've missed in this game. Well, my original run anyways. So here we defeat Igor once more. And yeah. Here I'm trying to show like the unique line of dialogue. But well, seeing as there are several of them and they're just like dialogue connected to, well, whatever funny I am playing, I don't think I will be showing every single one of them because I will be forced to run through this game like 3 times and see if this stuff is unique or not, or maybe it just feels unique or not. I think it just looks too much work for some kind of like 1 or 2 words here and there. But the stuff I missed here is basically if you tell no to you, well, nothing's changed, really. And this is where we get to Lyra's side of story. She doesn't have wings, so when you escape or when you talked about your wings, it's actually a horn of magic and you cannot use magic here. With Berry Punch it's the same stuff, but she's Earth Punish, so there's no horn of magic here. Yeah. I don't think Berry Punch was even out there, or I didn't think it was out there when I recorded this whole stuff. So it's basically a playthrough with Lyra and then I used like save file to kinda get some kind of very scenic things. Wish I could. And here we run into Grass Town. I don't know why I decided to show my entire run through this first part. Well, maybe it's short, but still. If you remember, in my original run I tried to do something here, and it didn't quite work. And I have no idea why it didn't. I mean, all you have to do is just... well, you'll see when we get to it. Also, while I'm here, Lyra and Berry has some differences besides them. Basically, the bubbler no longer buffed. So maybe, when Derpy came out, it just didn't have this item, which I'm trying to obtain right now. And so I gave the key to Santa, then get Fireball, as you can see, and now I'm trying to get through this fireplace, but I don't have jelly juice. So the only logical solution is to sleep off all our problems away. And here we go. Somehow Choco decided to sleep with us. And if you remember, in original we're not a pony, we're just some robot guy named Quad. So think of it all you want. You steal lipstick from her and you're done here. What do we... oh yes, here I tried to talk to Janko without even getting any talk, so she doesn't even bother to talk to me, it seems. And this is like a proof of concept here, that you can go and talk to Janko and even get all her, well, all her dogs but one, without even going to Curly's house. Because it's one of Curly's mimicas tells you to go to see Janko and stuff. So I'm trying to grab the dogs that runs wild in this chest here. And the whole idea here is that, I get all these dogs to her and, well, she will accept me and I don't have to go to Curly's house. But actually you do, because the final dog lays there. So yeah. You know, you can complete this. I actually don't know why you wouldn't go to Curly's house. I mean, she has a nice save point there, and well, it's better to end this pretty quickly. Plus, if you're interested in machine gun, you can go get machine gun from her and go about this level on your merry pace. So yeah, from this point on you can actually go and get all other dogs to Jenka, but another point of interest is Curly is the only person who seems to be immune to missiles. I don't know why they did this. Besides, you don't even want to use missiles on her. I mean, Fireball is more effective because nothing here jumps, so, you know, it all throws to the ground and is bound to hit Curly one way or another. Plus it gets rid of Mimigas really quickly. So we can decide to kill Mimigas here. And that's the point. I try to grab this dog, you know, while being the murderer and stuff. But the dog doesn't want to go with me. What the hell? I mean, I already brought other dogs to Chenka at this point, but no. So let's bumble around in the dark once more, and here's something I didn't think would be there. They didn't bother to change this item from being original. And this is what you're supposed to get here, and it has no use. So you know, only Cave Derpy has this leeway with a second healing item, which you can use like only once, really. Yeah, let's consolidate the map. Because I can't seem to get out of this thing. Freedom. Okay, I forgot what I was supposed to do here exactly. I mean, oh, dog! Back here, dog! Yeah, can get quite frustrating chasing this dog around. Gotcha. Another thing is, you can grab the rope while you're drowning, and Curly does nothing here. But you can't grab it during battle with the core. So now I don't have this rope. As you can see, it's still, you know, shining there, and I refuse to grab it, and Curly says nothing. Really. But as soon as your senses dim, and the world grows dark, well, stuff happens. And this is what originally is supposed to happen when you play the game for the first time. I mean, Curly dies and you feel sad. And there's no rope here. I don't know where it would be gone. But yeah. So you don't have to grab it, you know, before the boss fight. And well, let's make it to the right. We're trying to escape with Curly through the waterways and, you know, save her and stuff. Because it's pretty important for us to save Curly and... what the hell? Yeah, now even Lyra rages out about... because what the hell, Curly just died. What are we supposed to do here? Actually, this is what happens if you don't, you know, drain off the liquid from her. So yeah. You basically need to like look through everything in this room to read the computer and find this notebook. You don't get the notebook before you read the computer for some reason, you know. You're not interested in the notebook before you know what is supposed to be about. But you know, if you manage to like understand that you need to drain the fluid from, well, Curly, then it's an easy task to do so. So it seems Curly is alive. And this is why I think Cave Story is like, you don't want to go through walkthroughs with her. Because you just need to discover such much things to save her, and I don't think it's like asshole stuff where, you know, you need to travel to the other side of the map and get some kind of like rare item and stuff. No, just need to be careful, explore your surroundings and do the right thing, and don't leave her hanging there. I mean, you're a bad pony for doing so. If you try to go back here, if you leave her, I think she disappears without a trace, so... Another what the hell moment. But I don't think I would be demonstrating it here. Since for some reason I really do want to save Curly, and I do it every time. One other thing I have to focus about is this boss battle. I mean, I even described it in my walkthrough, but for some reason I just think of not doing it, even though it's easy. You just want to avoid like getting hurt by his, well, red shots and the debris floating around. One thing is you can pass through those like fish that's floating even if it goes like from behind, and only when it starts blinking it becomes dangerous. And actually forget this blade like thing combo, it'll just missile the hell out of fish and you're golden. I don't know what I was thinking this blade hit there. Missiles are obviously the way to go, so if you do everything right and get through this fish without getting hurt once, you get an alien medal. It's completely useless, but none the wiser. It's pretty good to have it. And on the point of redoing boss fights, I did pretty horrible with this one. So right now I'm just bound to make things right, and well, there's nothing I've definitely missed here, just, you know, this boss is insanely easy. You just stand on this platform and hit him with his mouse. Notice as though I don't have a spare with me. You actually don't need it, but it's a good weapon to like charge and shoot him. Otherwise just use rockets. Or maybe even blade. I mean, something does a lot of damage quickly. And he managed to hit me. It's she, but it's them. It's definitely not he, there's no he in this game. Well, in this particular screen. And so we go towards the egg and... Oh yeah. I think this was my like most ungraceful flop here, where I skipped the ending. So I'm bound to do the right thing and show you the real ending to this game. Well, not the real ending, but the baddest ending you can get. Actually, I was completely wrong on this part. You don't need to say no to this guy. I mean, if you say no, he just tells you how you can destroy the island and stuff, but he doesn't force you to come back with him as soon as you say yes. So as we go through this dialogue here... Yes, I do like to escape. Okay. And as you can see, you can even walk out on him, just save and go through a corridor backwards and stuff. And even if you try to go after him, well, you can actually just fly over him, and I don't think, you know, the ending triggers until you talk to him, so let's go through Outer Wall once again. Besides, this music is just awesome. So, while we travel through this Outer Wall and destroy those things, whatever they are, let's talk about like Lyra's special weapon. It's supposed to be a blade. And you know, they even tell you in the readme file that blade is buffed and it does like more damage and stuff. I don't see the difference anyway. With Bubbler I clearly saw the difference because it was the weakest weapon in the game and suddenly it's a lot more awesome here. But with Blade, you know, you still have like one hit before the third level goes away, and I don't think I did any better with it in this round particularly. I think I did even worse. Because, you know, missiles totally overpower a blade, it seems. I didn't give much credit to super missiles, because blade was just a cool weapon to play with. Especially its 3rd level, where it summons Ghost of a King. So yeah. In Barry Punch's case, they actually power up Fireball and Snake, and Fireball... I think after you defeat Turco, Fireball just becomes useless anyways, because none of the levels just travel on the ground. Well, maybe it's useful in some occasions, where I don't see it useful because I use Blade all the time. But yeah, they give you the option to transform Fireball in Polarstone into Snake, so you should definitely take it. Once again, notice how I don't have like any super weapon or... Well, I don't transform my Polarstone into anything here. It's because I still haven't decided should I use Spur or Snake in this run through. I'd stick with Snake here. Well, it goes through walls, plus I don't think I will be able to defeat Ballas. Well, maybe I will. The save file will be still there for me to try. And if I think about, no, it won't be, because I already like saved before I fight the Doctor, and I don't have booster 2.0. Well, one thing is, you know, they buff Lyra's and Barry's respective special weapons, which doesn't feel like they buffed him in. Maybe I don't use Snake much enough to tell the difference, but still. Blade just feels exactly the same, maybe even worse than I remember it to be. And so we can save here. I think I do it, you know, to start off with Plantation right away after I show this ending. And then I drop through outer wall, back down. Yeah, completely unnecessary. I mean, I could have cut it out, but you know, whatever you do for this music. It's one of the most memorable scenes in Cave Story. You know, you come through outer wall and there's Floating Island here, and Lyra looks angry when she shoots down. What the hell? Even here she kinda looks angry because you basically leave everything behind. But as I explained, you know, if you originally play this, you know, Curly dies, then Booster dies, and every Mimiga gets captured and stuff, and well... You can kinda get depressed and just lose hope and everything and just fly away. So at least it's, you know... It has a reason for being there. And why did I skip there? I don't know. I think, you know, my mouse goes into focus, and when this video when this game screen goes out of focus, it just stops, you know, with pause. So that's maybe where this keeps coming. Well, not skips, but you know, this... How should I call it? Well, basically pauses when the music still plays, but the game freezes momentarily. Huh. You know, now I think about it, I forgot to mention one thing, you know, when you just drop through outer wall. Well, when you just drop to your death, you know, you have the screen you've never seen again, it counts as death, and it's funny. I don't think I ever showed it, because I forgot about it, but, well... Maybe I showed it in the original round. Honestly, I don't remember nowadays. And they even play game over music here. And yeah, this is the end. Well, no, not exactly, I mean... What kind of ending would be there without final boss and stuff, and well... Yeah, you can tell this isn't like the complete game. So what am I doing here? I suddenly have Spur with me. Oh yeah, this thing I thought existed only in Cave Story Plus. So I don't think I ever talked to this guy. He's just depressed because we found an exit. About the labyrinth. So if you go talk to this guy, when you have the ultimate weapon, Well, he upgrades it. And you get Whimsical Star. I don't know why I didn't even try to get Whimsical Star in this run. I honestly thought it was only Cave Store Plus, so you have your 3 stars floating around when you charge your laser to maximum. And they do 1 damage to anything they come in contact with. I mean, it's not a legitimate way to kill someone, but you know, any extra damage is quite welcome in this run. Plus, they also come through walls and stuff, and well, maybe they can like give you those like 1 or 2 damage over bosses. Well, especially over Balas, because you just, you know, try to fly away. Well, try to dodge him so many times. I don't know what I'm talking about. Basically, Whimsical Stars. Maybe it's useless, maybe it's not. I cannot quite compare. But you know, you don't lose anything for getting it. Well, you maybe can lose your snake if you like it more than Spur. But who the hell wouldn't like Spur? I mean, it's just laser that doesn't, you know, get affected by level up system and stuff. And it does a ton of damage, especially to Bells. Actually, this guy can even upgrade your machine gun, I think, at some point. I rarely use a machine gun because, well, you know, Snake might be useful in speedruns and stuff, and, well, Spur is just my weapon of choice in this run-throughs of the game. But basically he upgrades reloading speed on the machine gun, so it becomes almost instantaneous. And that's kinda good. So if you choose machine gun, definitely go to him. And here, I forgot one thing. This robot is still alive, kinda. So if you go to him after, you know, you uncover plantation, you can see what he's been activating other robots. And it looks like he has a unique line of dialogue once again. So yeah, totally a flop on my part when I didn't visit him with Derpy. I don't know if they show the screen, you know, where he has Tea Party with 4 robots, which he activated. What have I forgotten here? I mean, oh yeah. Supposedly, if you try to visit Sand Zone, well, there's no one here because Curly is either dead or lying in the plantation when you get there, depending on your playthrough. And as a proof of concept, Snake doesn't destroy, you know, destroyable blocks, so you need to have some other weapons to do so. Otherwise, it might be a good weapon. I still would prefer Spur over it, especially when I played with it, you know, through the ending. Oh, I remember. It's another proof of concept thing, where I consume jelly and then go to Chenka. And she's supposed to give me another jelly thingy. It's Lifebot. Why do I think it's jelly? I don't know. Maybe it's because it looks like jelly and stuff. And if you have jelly, she just talks about how she is old. Well, whatever. Let's go to the next transition. Oh, this weapon is actually terrible, so you can actually trade it back. If you get this guy again. The downside of it is, you know, even though the blade just roots to level 1, so you need to level up it once again. I don't know, at this point, maybe blade is just useless because unless you're a pro, you're bound to get hit once in a while, and it loses like its 3rd level. So. What do I have here? Oh yeah, this is like a substitute for Mega Mask for Lyra. She just grabs a human outfit. And thus we're slowly going towards the end. But it's still some way to go. So yeah, somewhat more ridiculous than getting adorable socks and being too cute to ignore, as with Derpy. We just got a pair of pants and a white shirt, so now everyone thinks we're human. I don't know why Mimica would, you know, talk to human more willingly than a pony. But I guess to each its own. Yeah, I remember I decided to like show you the entire walkthrough on this mission. I think you need to talk to this guy so the sprinkler will break upwards. Otherwise, you know, there are only two Mimica who get, you know, different dialogue depending on which one you're playing as about. And we're about to get to them. If I can kill those guys and jump, make this jump. So let me even fail getting out there and fail at jumping. I don't know what the hell was wrong with me. Maybe it would look better if I chose Barry to play this through. So yeah. I don't know, how does unique line of so dialogue force it to the show? I honestly think they aren't, because, well, they are pointed to exact same point where, you know, you just, oh my god, you're a human and you have, well, shirt and a pair of pants and stuff. I mean, even misery is not that funny. Guess it was funny when you talked to Misery wearing Mimica mask in the original Cave Derpy. No, not Cave Derpy, Cave Story. Because, you know, just decide to keep it and stuff. And here it is kind of getting redundant. So, I decided to show what happens when you get a broken sprinkler to your hideout. Plus we can see one other thing. Actually the password differs depending on what pony you play as. A little bit, but still a nice addition. And if you play as Lyra, well, there's a pile of clothes lying around. It's absent if you play as Barry, and I think this is like the only time I start playing as Barry. Huh. So apparently all you need for Barry to do to disguise herself is to get drunk. Even more ridiculous premise. Yeah, this is some bunch of... Well, I think it's getting to the point where I just don't believe it's happening and stuff. Plus, you know, it's kind of one line of jokes that repeats over and over again. Looks like Barry still has currently Lyra's underwear. I don't know why, you know, they didn't stick to the changes to like everything in Scarlet's fridge. Maybe because it was muffins and stuff. But you can get Barry like your moonshine to actually refill a health and stuff, instead of like being a Mimica mask. Huh. Now that I think about it, I might be thinking, you know, this mod should go into more explanatory directions where, you know, you... Well, you don't just pass different ponies and stuff and stick with it. But, you know, try to change other characters into ponies and stuff. And make it more believable to play as. Because as of now, I don't want to play like through the cave story all over again if it was going to be just for a sprite of Bear Punch and some different lines of dialogue that don't add up much in terms of like atmosphere and stuff. So there we go. I don't even have to deliver a broken sprinkler or anything because, you know, you've seen what happens when you get fixed sprinkler and what happens when you get broken sprinkler and stuff. So we definitely are going towards the end. Yeah, it stopped. I'll get along with it. Oh, hi misery. You see, kinda not funny. And I think for some reason I decided to show like my battle with misery once more. Maybe because I don't have my spare stuff. I'm kinda forced to defeat her with regular weapons. And for some reason I'm doing a bad job at it. Yeah, not even touching. I already lost a level. A snake. So supposedly Snake doesn't pass through stuff that blocks Snake. That's kind of absurd. Because you know that's the only good thing for Snake, it passes through walls. But it doesn't pass through those like Misery's defenses. Maybe it doesn't pass through Palace. And his platforms and his eyeballs. When he's like on his third and second form. That wouldn't be good, actually. It would be disastrous, I mean. That would mean that Spur is the only legitimate weapon to fight Ballas with. Yes, can see Misery. Well, he already did a number on me. I don't think I will survive if I fight Doctor with this. But we still have some kind of practice to do it with. Because, well, Doctor has some Mimicas who also have a decline of dialect, so if I'm showing that, at least I must show this. He kinda has Choco there. And yeah, Choco is a weird Mimiga. I mean, she's purple and stuff instead of being white, and she gives you her lipstick when you try to sleep in her bed. Oh yeah, I still have that. Kinda forget I'm not fighting Ballas on this run. Yeah, the Doctor likes to blabber. No. Thinking of it, we only seen him like 3 times in the entire game, and well, you still kinda feel his presence in the game. Even if he doesn't like actively do much. So yeah. This red crystal still blocks my snakes, so I'm kind of not liking it. In retrospect, I should have stick to more like damaging weapon. Maybe like just defeat him with missiles and not bubbles. But one thing the snake does is I forgot that it removes like my fireball and polar staff, so I kinda have the wrong arrangement of weapons in my head than, you know, they are in reality. So I might be able to try to change to missiles quickly and end up with bubbles instead. This is kinda not fun. I mean, now I see why I don't like to, you know, choose any weapon other than Spur at the end game. Because it just is the ultimate weapon. Maybe I should try to hit him with Nemesis and stuff. Well, Misery wouldn't like Nemesis because her like birds would drop like things, and the core wouldn't like Nemesis. Because once again you just have so much... Oh, I killed him with Blade. How redundant of me. But yeah, I should have sticking with Blade or missiles and stuff. And you know, if you don't have Spur, at least have Nemesis to kinda get on damage inside. Because in the endgame, Blade kinda doesn't do it. Especially if fighting Ballas, he would just drop to level 1 and stuff, and you would get hurt, so Blade is kinda useless in the plantation section. So let's do the same thing with Barry. And Barry's getting drunk and Misery is still not funny. Well, maybe it is funny in some kind of way, like, oh my god, you're fighting the final... Oh, what the... Oh yeah, I decided to skip those kind of parts, so... This is my failed attempt at getting them out. I still don't like to show the same stuff twice, but... I guess I can do in some ways when, you know... I've already defeated them with derpy and stuff. But this was pathetic run through, I mean. I kinda did them while fighting with Ballast, but I had Spare and Booster 2.0 at my side. And you should be able to defeat those 3 bosses in this row. So that's kind of it. I mean, I don't think I, even attempt to fight the core because there is no unique line of dialogue happening before or after that. So I just try to talk with this kind of thing, and with this extra clip bit is getting over really soon. If I ever manage to get up there, it's getting over with. What the hell? Looks like I'm really getting drunk through the character of mine. Get up there. Thank you.